Welcome to Can It Mario, the show where we review third-party controllers, and at the end, see how well they work for Mario. I've been doing YouTube for a while now, and it always comes out really good, but I think I quit. It's over. It's just too hard. To be honest, I don't even like Mario. Today I'm reviewing this unnamed 3D printed NES grip. You can buy it on eBay, or you can print it out yourself. eBay and other sites can print 3D things for you too. I'll leave links below. Anyway, the NES controller is known to hurt your hands after longer gameplay sessions. It digs into your palms, and it can also give you cramps. It's a real problem. This grip aims to fix that. At first I didn't like it, but the more I used it, the more I came to like it. It feels generally good to me. But I wouldn't say it's buttery smooth in the hands. No, but it is much better than it looks. After longer gameplay sessions, I personally felt very little fatigue. I'll admit the edges feel kind of sharp. Here's a suggestion. Loosen your grip on the controller. It will feel much better. If you have a death grip on your controllers, I do not recommend this product. It actually has a bit of grippiness to it. That was very thoughtful. I really like this feature. A large issue is how it is removed. It makes some scary noises. That being said, NES controllers are very, very hard to break. I wouldn't worry about it. You certainly won't break it while removing it. It will lightly scratch your controller. That being said, I wouldn't fret about scratches either. If light scratches on your controller are something you really care about, this product may not be for you. Remove it by sticking the flat end of the pen into the right hole and pushing. It will become easier to remove over time. If you're like me, you won't mind. For me, it's a fair trade-off. On a side note, get the gray one. It's not a perfect match for the controller, but it does look cool. It's good for Contra, no problems here. It's good for Rekka too. Works well for Mega Man 2 also. It worked with everything I tried. I'm just going to mention this now. There is an official Nintendo controller, nicknamed the Dogbone controller. If you don't like how the NES controller feels, it should be considered. Although I would recommend it maybe, it is very different. I do believe most people prefer the original, actually. If you are still interested in using a first-party controller, I suggest you look at this RavTech adapter. It allows you to use your Super Nintendo controller on your Nintendo. There is no lag with this particular adapter. This is because it is what they call a wiring-only adapter, which I assume is what it sounds like. Thankfully, they mapped A and B to Y and B, which I like, but you might not. You'll probably want a Japanese SNES controller though, so the buttons are all shaped the same. They make other controller adapters, but there's some pros and cons to them, so I'm not going to go over them today. They are neat products though. I am very surprised. I really like this thing. I would recommend it for your NES or NES Classic controller. I like it even more than the NES grip I reviewed earlier. It's not a 100% fix, but it may be the best it will ever get. You'll probably wish it were a little better though. This is one of those things you'll either love or hate. But if you're still having discomfort while using your NES controller, this is an option to consider. There's one last thing I need to say. I've learned it's very hard to determine if you like a controller based on reviews. Until you put it in your hands and try it, you won't know for sure. It may be reviewed overwhelmingly positive, but there is still a risk that you won't like it. This controller grip is a great example. I like it a lot. I think it's great. You might like how the grip sounds, but there is still a high chance that you won't be happy. We all have different ideas of what makes a controller good, and different ideas of what we want. But can it Mario? Of course it can. It works very well here too. Like, comment, and subscribe. Not necessarily in that order.